You're watching San Diego's Hot Properties, where we highlight unique properties from all over San Diego County. And I've got my guest, Phil Gibbs, back with me again today. So let's talk about this one, because this is a very unique and amazing property.
Very unique.
It is.
It's very amazing. There's a lot to take in here. So this property is located at 17550 Bear Valley Lane. This is in Escondido. It's on the east side of Escondido. The property is 117 acres.
That's a lot.
It's a big property. It's one of the largest on the market. And it's very, very special. It's very unique. There's, in addition to the 117 acres, there are 3 homes on the property. There are 7 wells on the property. The main house is situated that it could be somebody's primary residence, or it could easily double as a retreat center, conference center, that sort of thing. It's about 2,688 square feet.
Okay.
And it's just, it's really, there's so much history, and there's just so much to take in here. There's the current owners are farming avocados on the property. They have commercial flowers on the property. They have figs on the property. A business called Bear Valley Organics operates off the facility, off of the property right now. There's a very large pond on the property that was just relined, and we're getting that measured, but we're estimating it's about 1.5 million as far as the amount of gallons it holds for storage. There's also additional new 10,000 gallon storage tanks. That's the pond right there.
Right.
Yeah. There's 2 10,000 gallon storage tanks that were just installed on the property. The great thing is what most people do is they will pump water off hours, so the energy is cheaper to pump the water up to the storage tanks, and then the entire property is gravity fed irrigation from the wells. So it's a really efficient property. Here's the main house.
So the 7 wells, you say it irrigates the property, so the wells are for all the exterior?
And the house as well.
Oh, and the
house.
So
the entire property is served by the wells. Yeah.
It's a huge savings right there.
And this is in a valley, so because it's in the watershed, the water is just, it's very rich and it's very abundant. There's tons of water there, which is great.
Yeah, that is. It's nice to have in San Diego.
It is.
When you're in drought season.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a photo of the main house. This is the kitchen. Behind the kitchen there is a really large open space that the owners were using for yoga retreats and that sort of thing.
I think we have a photo of that right here. There we go.
Yeah,
really that's large. A massive room.
Yep.
And that's directly behind the kitchen?
Correct.
Oh,
yeah, and then there's an additional couple bedrooms behind with a couple bathrooms as well.
And I think we see
you get you get great window views from that main
Yes, we can go back
area
and look at
there.
It there.
So
yeah, it's all windows.
It is. So you get great exposure to the outside, lots of light, sunlight.
It's very bright and airy. It's nice. And obviously those windows, majority of them all open, so just that breeze coming through would be so wonderful in there.
It is. It's single level home, so easy living.
Oh, that's great.
There is a pool on the property as well.
Oh, wow. Pool as well. Pool on property. So the main home is how many square feet?
It's 2,688 square feet.
And then the other 2 homes?
The other 2 homes are a little over 1,000 square feet apiece.
Oh, that's
one's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath detached house, and the other's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath detached house. One of them was recently remodeled, so it's beautiful turnkey condition. The other one's a little bit more rustic, kind of cabin style.
Which is nice to have, right? So is this the one
That's the 1-bedroom, 1-bath. So the interior of that has been was remodeled a couple of years ago. That's the inside of that home.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, large downstairs living area, and then you have upstairs bedroom and bath.
And how close are the homes within each other?
They're not close to each other at all.
They're not.
So one of the amazing things, when we take people out to the property to see it, most people have an idea of what 117 acres is.
Right.
They get out there and they see, we stand at the beginning of the property and say, okay, you see that hill over there? That's on the property. And that hill over there, that's on the property. And people just get overwhelmed with the size of this place. So, this is just a photo of some of the grounds. It's mostly flat, rolling hills.
But look at that.
Yeah, so that is the 2-bedroom, 1-bath cabin near the top of the property, and it overlooks the valley.
So you literally can take a vacation to your cabin, but stay on your property, but you feel like you're on vacation.
100%.
Right? You don't have to make your 2-hour hike up to the mountains. You just go to your cabin that's on the other side of your 117 acres of property.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the possibilities here with this property are really endless.
It's beautiful.
So that's the inside of that cabin.
Right, I just love it.
And if you look through that window, they're a little difficult to see in this photo, but in the distance there, you have a view of Lake Wolford.
Oh, it's okay. You've got
So, and the sun sets right over the lake there most times of the year. So you have these beautiful sunset views that you can take in from various parts of the property.
Right. So go out to the cabin if you want a different look, different view.
Right.
And
The
that's-
you know, the
wow.
opportunities are endless here. There's
There
some commercial farming going on the property. However, there's lots of opportunities, whether it be for you know, somebody building a much larger custom home. This would be a beautiful site for the custom home. There's a very large pad where this property was taken from, and then in the distance you can see the lake in the background there.
Yes.
Most of what you see in the foreground or in the background there that's flat, that's on the property. And so whether it be, you know, somebody who's wanting to do, you know, a conference center or create campsites or do more commercial crops, growing of all sorts, wedding venues, there's really all kinds
Sky's
of opportunity.
the limit.
Yeah.
How close is the closest freeway from there?
Oh, it's probably about 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, not far.
Yeah, so this is in East Escondido up near Lake Wolford.
Okay.
Takes about, probably about 15 minutes to get down to the freeway, I-15 from there.
That's not far at all. So you've got this nice suburban living, but very close to everything. You're 15 to 20 minutes away from anything.
Right, right. One of the quick things I'll mention just on the history of the property, this property is located, as you see there, at Bear Valley Lane. The property got the name, or that road got the name Bear Valley Lane because a long time ago there used to be a native species of bear that lived here in San Diego, and it was called the California grizzly bear.
Obviously, our state animal,
right? Right, exactly. So the very last bear that was surviving lived on this property. And there are 2 mines on the property that were being actively mined in the late 1800s. That last bear chased the miners out of those mines and took up residence in one of those mines and lived there for many years. But because it was the last bear, it got very aggressive, and they ended up going and removing the bear. But that's how the area and the valley specifically got its name, Bear Valley, from the last California grizzly bear.
And I love that these owners knew that story in order to share that with you. How cool is that?
Yeah, it's pretty special.
I love the history of that. So how do you do a property like this? Do you hold it open? Is it just easily showing?
It's very easily shown. We just need a little bit of notice, and we go out and we do tours both by truck and ATV to see all areas of the property. It's a really, really cool, special place. I'd love to have an opportunity to show it off.
Right, get your boots on and head on out there because you really want to see it all if you're going to go out.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful. Well, I really hope the right buyer buys this, and I want to reach out to you again when somebody does just to see what they've done because sky is the limit.
Sky's the limit.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and at this price, at $2.5 million, you know, you're buying a much smaller property a little further west.
Yes.
Out here, there's
117 acres.
It's amazing
with
what you can do with that.
Working farms. I mean, you can generate income right away.
Right, and the owners have relationships with, you know, Trader Joe's and other places where they direct sell their produce, which is really special.
It really is. They can pass it on to the new homeowner if they choose to do that.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing it with
My
us
pleasure.
today.
Happy to be here. Thanks.
Enjoy your day.
Will do.
Stay dry before it rains out there. Thanks, Phil. So Phil's got this property listed at $2.5 million, and what you're getting for that price is incredible. It's 117 acres. You actually have 3 homes on the property. The main home is 2688 square feet. Beautifully done. It's impeccable. It's got a 5-bedroom, 2-bath. It's got also 2 other homes on the property, both about 1,000 square feet in size. One is a cabin rustic feel, and the other one has been completely remodeled on the inside. It's only a 15 to 20-minute drive at most to the freeway, so you live in a very suburban area, but are very close to all amenities and shops. This property has a view of Lake Wofford. It has a pool on the property. It has avocado trees, figs, a very, very large pond. You don't want to miss this. This is sky's the limit for this. I mean, for retreats, to build your dream home on, put a business out there, you name it. You got to contact Phil, though, for a private showing. It's very easily shown. So contact him at the information provided on the screen for a private showing.